All right, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back. Tonight, episode 5. We got a very good conversation that we're going to be having tonight that was inspired by a conversation I just had about an hour ago with a dentist. All right, so a dentist, I made contact with this guy through a good deed that I had done, and this guy wants me to create a video for him. And I got to asking him, well, what do you want the video for? He said, well, we're redoing our website. We kind of would like to have this video on our website, maybe show it on our Facebook page. I said, cool. Well, what do you want to talk about in this video? So this guy goes on to tell me exactly what he wants to talk about in his video and where he wants to, everything in his building that he wants to highlight. He wants to show like the areas and meet all of his people and talk about all of the technology that he uses. He basically wants to talk about everything in the video. So, which is very common. Most people think that having one video that just highlights everything is the most efficient or effective way to create a video. So we got to talking, and what I found out from him is that he wants to create the video to attract more customers. Okay, so now we're getting somewhere. So I said, okay, well, tell me about the type of customer that you would like to have in your business, right? Obviously, you could attract anybody, but who's the customer that you want to actually get in the business? So he's a dentist. So obviously, he doesn't want to attract anybody and everybody. He doesn't want to attract anybody and everybody into the business. So we started to talk about who is the person or the people or the type of person that he would actually want in his business, right? We got somewhere. He said, well, I would like to attract women. Well, why specifically women? Because women are typically mothers. Women are typically wives. Women are typically the ones in the household that do all of the scheduling for the appointments and the doctors and everything that's necessary for the entire family. So I said, cool, now we're on to something here. So let's do this. So let's create a video that is targeted to a woman, right? Because this woman is your dream customer, meaning that if you bring in a new client and she's a woman, she's going to be able to bring you more customers, her family, right? And if you do a good job on the service that you provide them, bam, you've instantly won 4 or 5 new clients for the rest of their lives, as long as you're providing a good service. So check this out. My question for you is, who is your dream customer? Right? Now, I know a lot of people say, well, anybody could buy my product, or anybody could benefit from this service, right? That may be true, that may not be true, but who is the person who is most likely to buy, who is most likely to receive value from the service that you offer? Who's the one that's willing to pay you the most? Who's the one that's willing to pay you the most often? Who's the one that has the ability to bring in more people to your business, right? So when you start thinking about that person, think about the characteristics of that person, right? Is it a man? Is it a woman? How old is this person? Where do they live? Where do they work? What types of thing do they enjoy, right? What do they like to do? Like, where do they hang out at? Like, what's the spots or the things that they're interested in? Because when you start identifying these characteristics, now what you're identifying is targeting features, right? So I had this conversation with this dentist. He's telling me that there's a certain type of woman that I'm looking for. She makes a certain amount of money. She lives in a certain type of neighborhood. She has certain types of characteristics, right? And I could see the shift in this guy's mind as we're talking, because what happens is you go from creating content that is geared towards everybody, hoping that somebody listens to it and engages in it and takes action on it, right? So you go from that everybody mentality to now we're focused in on, bam. Let's say we were to target specifically mothers who live in a 45504 zip code, right? Or whatever zip code you live, who lives in a certain location, who makes a certain amount of money, right? Who has children, right? Now, what type of message would you give that woman right there? Obviously, it's going to be more towards, maybe we're a family dentist and we're taking 50 new clients. We're taking 50 new families, and we want you and your family to come in. That way we can earn your trust, right? So that type of offer, or that type of message right there typically could do well, right? You could probably get some people to come in and sign up for whatever service it is just by targeting the right person, but that's only half the battle right there. Then what you have to do is you have to shift from, okay, now that we found our dream customer and we know exactly who we want, we have to create an irresistible offer. That way, when this person sees this offer, it's a no-brainer. Like, it grabs them and they say, yes, that's the thing I want. I want it from you. I want it right now. And I don't care. What do you want, right? What do I got to do to get this thing that I want? So this was my suggestion to the guy. I don't know whether he's going to take it or not, but this was my suggestion. I said, okay, so I would imagine that as a dentist, dentists probably make pretty good money. Their services are priced pretty high. That's pretty fair because the value that they bring, somebody who has a clean smile or a beautiful smile, like, they're willing to pay for that. So check this out. I said, let's say you targeted a female, right? A woman, a mother that has children and a husband. And let's say the offer to this family, to this woman, was, hey, we're a dentist. We're looking to take on 50 more clients. You are the person we would like to come in. If you schedule today and bring your family in, we'll give your entire family a free teeth cleaning, right? And I saw the look. He was like, what I'm assuming what he was thinking of was the hours that it would take to actually clean five people's teeth. How long would that take? How much would that typically cost? So how much would he be losing out on? What if he did that times 50? He's just thinking about so many different things. But I said, look at it like this. I said, right now, if you get somebody in your seat for the first time and they're a new customer, what are the chances they come back? He says, almost every time, right? So I said, boom, now we're on to something here. So I said, regardless of what it would cost for you to give 4 or 5 teeth cleanings for free, right, to a family, a new family, that's your target customer in your target location, that is the type of person you want in your business, whatever it would cost up front to give them that offer, that thing they want, to get them in the door and in the seat to receive your services, whatever the cost of that is, right, you have to compare that to the lifetime value that that family will bring to you for 10, 20, 30 years, generations of dentistry in a family. Right? Yeah, that's the type of mindset that you have to have. It's not, how can I create something that's going to get people to buy this? Like, that's the wrong way to look at it. You have to first identify who is the person you want to sell. Who is the person you want to help? What types of problem do they face? What do they want? And what can you give them to exchange value? That way you can create a customer that's going to be yours for the rest of your life, right? So my challenge for you today is to think a little bit deeper about the type of person that you want to serve, right? And let me share a cool trick with you that I'm using on this page right here specifically to reach my target customers, right? So obviously I'm creating this Facebook Live content, all these episodes. I'm trying to do one every single day. But the cool thing is that I can use these videos for advertisements, right? So I can run this specific advertisement here and I can show it only to people who are admins of a business Facebook page on Facebook. Why? Because I feel like those are the types of people who are most likely to engage in this type of content. Those are the types of people who want to benefit from this types of content, right? Those are the types of people that want to learn how to take their message and get it in front of their target audience, right? So what I'm doing right now is building an audience, right? For people who are watching this video, if you've watched up till this point and watched the episodes before and are going to continue watching, like, you're the type of person that I want to work with. So check this out. Whether this dentist hires me to create a video for him and create these advertisements for him, I don't really care, right? The point is that to be able to see the opportunity for somebody and to be able to share that with him, whether he understands it, whether he takes advantage of it, whether he thinks it's a good idea or a bad idea, it's irrelevant because the tools are right there. It's literally a few clicks of a button in the Facebook Business Manager platform to target women, mothers, an area, right? An income amount, right? And now when you think about, rather than the message to everybody, which really is a message to nobody, and you get to really specifically zone in on, okay, we're talking to a woman that lives in Springfield, Ohio, that has a family. She's a wife, right? Her kids go to school. They're busy, right? And she needs to schedule 5 teeth cleanings in one day. Right? If we can offer her that for free up front and get her in the door, get her in the seat, get her families in the seat and provide a good service, how much money in services do you think that a dentist could find during a teeth cleaning with 5 different people. I would bet there's probably 10 or 15 cavities in there somewhere, probably a root canal or some wisdom teeth coming in or braces or something that in the long run, when you take a look at giving away a couple teeth cleanings up front or whatever thing you have to give to your target customer to get them in the door, that way you can exchange value with them and create a customer for life. It's a win, right? It's a win for you. It's a win for them. It's a win for everybody. So I wanted to hop on here and share that with you guys because I feel like there's a lot of people out there who have a good product or a good service and are trying to get that product or service in front of their dream customer. Maybe you haven't even thought about who your dream customer is, right? So on my end with the driver's intervention program, the OVI program that I run, I have a certain type of person that I'm trying to attract. I don't want everybody to come to my driver's intervention program. I know that a lot of people are more of a headache than they're worth. Right? Maybe not more of a headache than they're worth, but they just give us a hard time. You have people who you do business with that give you a hard time. That is not your dream customer. Those are people you want to stay away from. My dream customer for my driver's intervention program are people who hire attorneys, right? For a few different reasons. One, somebody who hires an attorney has a lot to lose, and they also are able to understand, they're also able to understand that what they did was wrong, and they're able to take ownership for it, right? So from my experience, those types of people typically are well behaved, more well respectful, and much better to interact with. Now, I'm not saying that that's true for everybody, but for the majority standards, that's been pretty standard for us, right? So my challenge for you today is think about your dream customer, right? Where do they come from? What do they look like? How much money do they make? Where do they live? What types of things do they do? Like, where can you find them, right? They're all over Facebook. They're everywhere. Once you identify your dream customer, think about a simple problem that you can solve for relatively cheap, that you can create an irresistible offer around. That way you can exchange that offer for their business, right? And once you have their business, meaning you've provided services to them, you have their contact information, then you can follow up with them forever. And that is a dream come true for businesses like mine and yours. So if you have any questions, please comment below. I am uploading all these videos to a YouTube page, so you can go back and watch them. They're going to be on this page. I try to share them a couple different times. So if you have any comments, leave them below. Talk to you tomorrow. Done.